Yes, I will not go quietly into the night. You can't silence me, Cinnabon. Oh, you can, but I'll just go elsewhere to talk. So there. That's how that works. Alright, hello folks. Let me see here. What am I doing? Besides making LDG pissed off because I'm streaming in the middle of the night when he's sleeping. Hi, Germ. How's things going? Putting that up there, and yeah, I popped over to John's GETTR stream there. They were just talking at the end of it and everything else, and Cinnabon put me in a timeout. Damn it! It was my damn bunny suit. I could burn it if I want. Funny thing is, he gave me a wrench and I was still locked in timeout. I couldn't have talked anyway. Greetings, Mike Richards. And I had to give away my secret account just to come in and yell that I would not be silenced. Alright, so here we are. Justice for bunnies. It was a pink bunny suit. Come on. It happens. He was just mad because I burned up the old bunny suit. I don't know why. Oh, Thomas. All I did was mention about how I burned up the old bunny suit and then Cinnabon put me in timeout because he was drunk on power. I guess I'd be drunk on power too, though. What's everybody else up to tonight? I took a look around. Jedi Bill wasn't streaming. Said he was sick. I call shenanigans though because he was off playing cards earlier. Shenanigans. It was not a hate crime because it got replaced with an even better bunny suit. More glorious bunny suit that actually has feet and gloves and stuff. And I was the champion at Nerd Jeopardy tonight because I wasn't there to play it, so I didn't lose. So that's a win for me. Yes! Yes, that's a win for me. Anybody gets bored, pop on up here. I just thought I'd stream for a little while. It was middle of the night. BG's asleep. So he won't know this happened until he wakes up. Oh, it's Bill's cat that's sick. Many fur balls. Gotta hack them up. That's right. As long as I busted Bill, it's a win. I don't know. I read it says I'm very sick today. So I can't host karaoke tonight. That's all I read. Didn't read anything about a cat. I don't know what the company was. I just know that dang bunny suit was like close to $80. It was a hell of a lot more expensive than the Walmart thing that I had. And it looks a hell of a lot more like Christmas Story's bunny outfit. I needed it to go along with the Red Ryder lever action BB gun that I have. Have a good night, Mike. Get some rest. Crash all you want. You deserve it. The other hand, should be crashing, but just not tired. Boss is on vacation. What that means. I get to take care of all the animals. So, look out for a farm life video. Cats and dogs. I don't have to worry about the cattle because they're still out in pasture. Yeah, I'll skip being introduced to the furries. I don't. No, I'll skip that. Thanks anyway, Resolute, but I'll skip that one. Perfectly happy with the one I have now. I really, really, really don't need. I'm weird enough. I don't need extras to hang out with. No. Oh, let's see what's going on tonight. Cat turds trending for some reason. Okay. That. Everybody's talking about the Prey movie. Sorry, Jeffrey, but there are all the bars around here. None of them have a mechanical bull in. If there was, I would attempt to do it, even though as bad as my back is, it would probably kill me. But it would still make it for a funny video of Pink Bunny riding a mechanical bull. But I can't do it because there are none. But if I find one, I will make sure to ride the mechanical bull in a Pink Bunny outfit. I don't even want to watch the movie. I don't want to watch any more Predator movies. And at the point, I don't want to watch anything really anymore. I have no faith in anything they make anymore. I mean, I watched that Doctor Strange 2 movie and I thought, ugh. Not one I'd want to really rewatch. I may actually get to finally watch the Spider-Man movie though. Yes, Resolute. Be sure to have me buried in the bunny suit. If I do ride the bull. You know, if I was really gutsy, I'd just go jump on the back of a real bull. Nah. Nah, not doing it. I need no Jeffrey. This is what I need. I need one of those big adult size big wheels. Go cruising the town. Adult size big wheels, pedaling around with the bunny suit on. Now that would be hilarious. Who knows? Labor Day is coming up at the end of the month. The town here does a big parade. Maybe I should get in the parade with the bunny suit. No, no adult diapers, Thomas. Settle for a hippie hop? Maybe. Maybe. I might settle for a hippie hop. Hey, Google hippie hop. Oh, hell no. You're not getting me on one of those damn big balls. Oh, hell no. I'd kill myself on that for sure. No adult sized diapers. No hippie hops now. I'm not getting on one of them big bouncy balls. Let me see here. Right here. That is what I need right there, folks. Catching me cruising. Hi, Dandelion. No electric unicycle. Guys are trying to get me killed. I actually think I'll start a chainsaw by holding it between my legs. Yes, Dandelion. I need one of those so I could put the bunny suit on, go drive around, pedal around town. Maybe one of those really old time bicycles with the giant, huge front wheel and battery you got to climb up and jump on. And Jeffrey says, or a unicycle powered by a 1200cc V twin Harley engine. Yeah, that would kill me. My age. I'm an old man. Old man. So, this is going to be an extremely boring stream tonight, folks. I really had nothing else to talk about except for getting put in timeout by Cinnabon. That's all I had to really talk about. I had nothing else. Yeah, penny farting. Farthing. Farting, farthing. Farthing. Victory! Dandelion, you're not 51 yet. Calm down, girl. You're not 51 yet. Right now, it's really boring stage. It's going to take like another. I do have an update about that plane that buzzed me on the last Farm Life video. Apparently, this girl that I went to school with, about 6 days later, was out riding her bicycle. She rides bicycles to get exercise. He actually came down and dusted her while she was riding along the road. Wasn't happy about it. No, wasn't the FBI. They were out crop dusting. Well, only 2 months. You're still way younger, Dandelion. So, plus, yet you still look like you're only 40. So, calm down, Dandelion. You'll only look 40. And that's no nothing. Hey, who else? Um, Up still streaming. PJ's still streaming, talking about Prey, games, movie, comic. It's a crap. Yeah. Okay, Thomas says she looks 30. There's John DeMarco. It's okay, John. You can't control how some people are. It was still funny. You gave me a wrench, but I was still in timeout, so I couldn't use it or talk. It was comical. It's laughable. It's Cinnabon. What? I'm going to torture. I'm going to torture Cinnabon right now. Cinnabon. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Boom. It's gone. Dun, dun, dun. And yes, Thomas Glory Hole is my alt account that I run around in, causing mayhem in other channels. That was an ad for don't buy Walmart bunny pajamas. The Cinnabon, this is a day that will live in infamy. Kind of weird though, Thomas. I can't use that account over in Bird's Dreams because it actually has a wrench. Gives me away that way. Can't use that in certain streams before I changed the name on it. Originally, that was the Momo account. I used to standard his damn yellow theories. Oh, Moira. You know, I'm just up here rambling. I really had nothing else to talk about except how Cinnabon put me on timeout. And couldn't think of anything else. And now I've got viewers, so I can't go now. I have viewers. I can't leave. Stuck here. Want me to entertain them, and I don't know what to entertain them with. Yep, Cinnabon still has no regrets. Anything else I can talk about? Oh, infighting. Bernie Sanders is not happy with this bill that they want to pass. Fight, 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 fight. Nothing else that's. I do have some thoughts on this whole. Wow. All right, name that tune. I haven't officially talked with Chris on which Sunday, but it's very, very close. Now that I'm back settled and semi out of the issues that I was in, I can be online at a good time and regular. I don't think it'll be this Sunday. Tomorrow, I don't think. Unless he hits me up. But possibly next week. Possibly. We'll see. No, I don't want to talk about those. And of course, if I did walk into Quarks in my bunny suit and Chief O'Brien made fun of me, I would kick his ass all over the place. I would kick it to the hollow sweet and back. Because Miles O'Brien may be a good engineer, I don't think he could whip the bunny in a fight. No. Hell no. Not gonna do it. Of course, I would like Kira tackle me. Need to tackle me. Multiple times. I'd definitely kick O'Brien's butt, and I'd kick Dr. Brashear. And I certainly wouldn't let Cisco punch me in the face and stand there like you did. No, I'd have to fight back on that one too. Okay, where was my train of thought going earlier before I got sidetracked? I gotta look. I lost my train of thought. See what happens when you get senile? Get a thought in your head, you're gonna say something, and then you kind of different direction. Oh, okay, I remember now. The whole Batgirl movie thing getting canceled, shelved, not even going to be put out there. Must have been horrible. Must have been really horrible if they're going to do that. But, you know, they canned the wrong movie. They should have got rid of the Flash movie. They could still do it, but. Good night, Dandelion. Have fun doing things before you go off to bed. I'm off to do before bed things. Yeah, I don't even want to know what that is. Probably. No, never mind. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Reverse holocards. Alright, let's see here. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, can't find anything interesting to talk about tonight. Brushing teeth, a few Duolingo lessons, nothing exciting. Hopefully we'll cat. And there's Bill. 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 What's going on, Bill? You left a message saying you're sick. What's going on, Bill? Are you sick, Bill? Tired. Which is it, Bill? Inquiring minds want to know. It's the National Enquirer over here. At some point, Batboy will show up hanging in a cave. Wait a minute, Batboy, was he in the Star? I can't remember. One of those tabloids. Tabloid papers were always fun to read because you knew none of it was true, but it was funnier than hell. Find out if Bill's sick. Dun dun dun. Go, Murder Hornet. Oh, sick to your stomach, sick headaches, constipation problems, the opposite of constipation problem. Oh, never mind. Don't answer that. I'm just rambling because I have nothing else to talk about. I've been up here for 28, almost 29 minutes all by myself. This is a train wreck of a stream. Everybody wants to see the old man just go senile, and that's what we're doing. It's a senile stream. Senile. I'm probably going to end in a minute anyway because there's nothing else. May just go to bed. One of those days. Hello, Harry Sure. Yes, Harry Sure. I was put in timeout because I mentioned about burning my bunny suit, and Cinnabon put me in a timeout, and I couldn't talk. Hey, Murder Horn, it's like the rest of us. Tested pause. Cinnabon does not regret it one bit, but he put me in timeout. See, it had to be done. He wanted me in timeout. 4 out of 5 dentists agreed with timeout too, I guess. So I'm not sure which dentists were pulled. They were probably pulling though. So there's that. Hey, Keely. What's going on? You have an old senile man just up here rambling about anything. That's what's going on. Not much else. Much going on, so I jumped up here to rant about being put in the timeout. I think that's the first time I've been put in a timeout in like a year and a half. Hello, Harry.
Oh, yes, I got my beard shaved off. And I was wearing glasses.
Long time no see.
Yeah, I know, and you were wishing it could be a lot longer.
Nah,
Nah, okay.
you just saved the show.
Oh, good, good, good. This is why I joined. So, youngster, how are you doing today?
Um, well, I'm a lot better than being outside like I was all day out in the heat. That sucked.
You still work on the farm, yes?
Yep, still do.
You mean Bill Gates or the Chinese haven't bought it yet?
No, we're not selling it out to them either.
Oh, good, good.
Hello, Tetsu. We're not selling out to Gates or the Chinese.
So who's the dragon? Tatsu is dragon in Japanese.
Um, he's right here. Tetsu.
Yeah, you're wondering why old man knows that, hmm?
Yeah, because I
I
don't.
I used to run a D&D-ish game, and one person had this propensity for Asian and Tatsu, and Lolong would be Chinese for dragon.
Now I did play D&D for many years, but
Yeah,
I didn't.
I actually got to run Dave Arnson.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought so. And so did he, because he got a chance to play as magic user. And rarely does he get a chance to play as magic user.
That's what I
Um,
usually played during D&D was my magic user, but I did have one little halfling thief.
oh, okay.
Except I broke the DM one day running the halfling, so I was told not to run it anymore.
How did you break the DM?
We were in a party, we were walking along this path, and we come around this bend, and there's a red dragon in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately ran up, grabbed the claw of the dragon, and started going, "Do you give up? Do you give up? Do you give up? Do you give up?"
And who was the referee? I'm GM.
This guy that I knew that owned a comic book store here in town that got me into playing, and he's a really good DM, but it broke him. He couldn't start laughing for like 10 minutes.
Ah, oh, you know what they say. It's better to laugh than cry.
Yeah, that's true.
That
And yes, I saw the trailer for the D&D movie, Thomas, and I didn't think it looked that bad.
I was just dismayed to hear that they're getting rid of Batgirl.
Yeah, I don't know why. It
Uh,
must be really
from what
horrible.
No, from what I heard, they're doing it for a income tax, and all that happy horse crap. My wife is more into like comics and things. She's been reading since she's been 16, and she still reads comics. And as I told Trekker, he would, anti-Trekker. Uh, my wife was the one to discuss different things that should be converted to like movies and things of this nature. My wife is now in her 60s, Yeah, young kid compared to me. And she really enjoys reading. So she's the only person I've ever met that can be sitting at the computer, reading her comic book, listening to TV. And I said, "There's this, if I bought a radio, you'd probably listen to that too now, wouldn't you?"
Yep. I only wanted to really see it because Michael Keaton was supposed to be back in it as Batman.
Yeah, that's also what I had heard. Michael Keaton did the crazier Batman, whereas the other ones were not really that good at it. But again, you have a image, and one friend of mine asked me, "Well, why this?" And I said, "Well, first of all, it's Hollywood. Second of all, it's who would be in that role, you know. Like for example, Halston's Sage. She made a better security chief because she was a hot young chick. Whereas the other gal was in her 30s and she really didn't shine, so to speak. But there would be people who would argue about that too. So are you going to burn your bunny suit?
I already burned it.
Oh,
That
what?
was that was the old one. I burned the old one. That was like a year ago. I
Oh, okay.
have I already have the new and improved bunny suit.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never wore a bunny suit, not even on Halloween or Easter.
Well, I'm not wearing one tonight. They're trying to find me. They want me to find a mechanical bull and to ride the mechanical bull while wearing the bunny suit.
Hmm.
I
So
think they're trying to.
you used to be a DJ. What kind of music?
I did all kinds of music on an online radio station. We could play anything. So I'd have one show one type one day, another show another type another day, or mixed and matched them all in one show.
Hmm. See, I'm trying to help with show.
I went everywhere from country to crooners to rock to just funny novelty songs.
What about folk music?
I did Weird Al polka.
Yeah, Weird Al isn't really folk, but oh, okay. Like Clanade. I forget the other one, but most of it's like Irish Gaelic music, but very old stuff.
Well, there was some Irish Gaelic music that I would throw in from time to time because one of the other DJs is from Ireland, so I would always play some stuff for him.
Oh, see, and that would be probably be really cool. Yes.
And and we had another DJ that was from Belgium, so I would play stuff for her.
Well, was she Northern or did she sprechen Sie Deutsch or did she parlez-vous français or did she?
She could do it
Uh,
all.
well, the reason why I'm asking is because normally the northern part of Belgium is usually Dutch, and I forget which side is Flemish, which
Well,
would be French.
she could holler out a lot of Flemish,
Okay, so she's probably from that region of Belgium.
but
Yep.
she was also a government employee too. So
So she would probably have to be able to sprechen or verstehen Sie Deutsch, and she would probably have to speak Dutch, and what? Okay, Brainy Specs was down below.
yeah, he said Tom Baker's the best doctor ever. I agree.
Mm, yes or no? Again, depending upon what you were looking for, because Platui was in some cases a little better. Colin Baker, I think they kind of like shot him in the head, because he was the idea was he was supposed to be poisoned, so he's supposed to act a little strange, and he never got his day as the doctor.
Let's see.
Are you
I,
beating something up over there?
no, I was grabbing my cigarettes. Unfortunately, the
Oh,
one doctor I wanted to see more of was Paul McGann.
yeah, okay. Uh,
It's like right now they're having all these issues with crappy doctors, and it doesn't sound like it's going to get better. Just give McGann a whole series and let him run. He could do some of the Time War stuff.
mhm. Well, see, because also you have people who are their companions and helpers and all that happy noise. And from what I saw, I was actually watching one with Peter Cushing. I think Peter Cushing,
Yeah, there's two Doctor Who movies with Peter Cushing.
and he had some little kid, and there were. It looked like the family, and he was like grandpa, And
Oh,
I'm sitting
no,
going,
it was Susan. The kid was his granddaughter, and the two adults were teachers
"Oh,
of
I'll take
hers.
your word for it." And again, you would like to have the older, because some of that was just done for Hollywood's sake, like the new Star Treks, and others would be, and I'm not talking necessarily just Hollywood, I'm talking like Shuttle Fields and things of this nature that did films. Yes, I have a mouse that has a large purple thing so I can see it because I can't stand those little white ones. Why? I'm old.
Oh, I'm getting there.
You gotta wait before you catch up with me, Sonny.
I'm getting there though. I'm in my 50s now.
Yeah, yeah, you got about 20 plus years.
If I make it that long.
Oh, sure you will,
I
You
don't know.
gotta,
They want me to ride a mechanical bull. They're trying to get me killed off early.
oh no, see, because when you sit there and say, homie, don't play that in living color, or I think that was.
Anytime you want Snow Dub, I'll show up on the bunny suit. And how you doing, son of a Snow Dub? Damn. See, I'm senile. Oh shit. LTG just woke up and noticed I'm streaming.
Oh, okay.
I like doing these middle of the night shows because then the next morning he yells at me because I do them while he's sleeping.
Oh. Well, it's because I believe Jessica was telling me that he's been doing like poker or something like that, and
Hell,
I had wondered what he was doing with that. Let's kill the internet.
he did some poker earlier on a stream earlier tonight. Bird of Prey 5's been doing poker on his streams.
Uh,
I got up on his stream earlier. I was two hands and I lost all my money. I was gone.
so you're not playing for real money, right?
No, not for real money. I'm too damn broke to play for real money.
Oh, you're just like everybody else on this bloody planet, especially thanks to Biden.
Yep, thanks,
And
Joe.
yeah, way to go, Brandon. Way to go.
Uh-oh, we got
Uh,
bees nests.
What's
Bees nests
up?
here now.
Chilling.
What's up?
so does he have the fingers that take the final act of defiance, the salute, final act of defiance?
It
Because
almost looks like it.
I can barely see that. No, he's got his index finger up.
Yeah, the middle
Well,
finger.
well, no, the middle finger would be like this. Well, yeah, you could, yes, because depending upon perspective, yes.
It looks like he's flipping off a bunch of people to me, so that's cool.
Yeah,
It was actually It was actually toward YouTube for canceling my last movie channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube I find is almost hateful to the people, but I always take things with a grain of salt because they're complaining about being demonetized through YouTube, and yet they're trying to sell you something. And whenever somebody tries to sell you something, you always have to take things with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
Yes?
it's weird. I mean, like now there's certain words that you can't say or you get a strike.
Yes. Or you
Or
cannot.
names.
Well, I mean, I can remember George Carlin, and he said seven words you can't say on
Oh
radio.
yeah. I love that.
Yes, I'm really old, and I enjoy George Carlin quite a
Hey,
bit.
I
You
remember
know.
them too, and I will say cunt, fuck, shit, and all that shit.
Ah,
I'm not monetized though, so what are they going to take away from me?
well, they could give you a copyright ban.
They
Yes,
could,
and
but then Glory Hole would just show up and start all over.
there you go. I
Quite
always thought
fashionable.
always thought Cinnabon was a female.
No, Cinnabon is male.
Again, it's not tattooed on your forehead, so because I actually thought a young girl was actually a boy, and because I saw the kid playing one of those consoles, and I said, "What game are you playing?" You know, and but I should have noticed that they were wearing pink shoes, but you never know. And I sit there and says, "I'm sorry, miss, it wasn't tattooed on your forehead," so you know. And I can remember at a meeting when they started the BS about, oh, hers and she or some such thing. And I said, well, I'm too fucking old and I really don't give a damn. So if you guys really don't want me, I'll just leave now. And the colonel says, no, you can't leave. And I go, yes, I can. Watch me. Uh, yeah, and but that looks more like a wasp than a bee,
Like a
right?
murder hornet.
Uh, actually, it would be a yellow jacket with that coloring.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want to talk about yellow jackets. They put my ass in the hospital last year.
Oh, yeah, not fun. That there was also a
Yellow jackets, they live in the ground, right? They bury in the
Yep.
ground.
Yep, and we just happened to be unloading corn next to where they were. Some corn spilled over, so I was on the ground scooping it up by hand to throw it back into the auger, and the little bastard done me.
Damn.
And up until recently, I'd never been allergic to them, but boy, did I have an allergic reaction to that one. They had to take my ass out of the field, and the boss drove me to the hospital real quick.
never give you epinephrine.
And now I have them stupid EpiPens I got to carry around with me while I'm out in the farm everywhere I go.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
there was one time here I got bit by one of those big wolf spiders, and man, I like it felt like I was smoking at the time, and I thought I dropped my cigarette on my stomach because I was helping my brother-in-law like move like a treadmill, and I felt a burning, and I'm like, oh, I dropped my cigarette on me, and I'm looking, and I see my cigarette still intact, and I pull up my shirt, and there's like two puncture marks, and it was like one of those big wolf spiders. It felt like somebody put a cigarette out on me. It hurt like hell.
Mm. Which part of the world are you from? Bird's nest, bee's nest.
Uh, I'm South Texas, like right by the border.
Okay, yeah, because there's a couple other spiders that you should be very, very careful about. They're really small, but when they give a bite, they can mess you up pretty badly.
Well, this one didn't mess me up. All it did was like burn real bad, and it went away.
Well, I was on a tugboat, pushing the barges from New Orleans to Houston, and I didn't know that I got bit, and all of a sudden my arm like started burning, and they had to send me to the hospital.
Damn, what kind of spider was it?
Don't know.
Hello,
Darth.
Tim.
I like the
Hello
beard.
there.
Darth Tim is in disguise.
Oh, he heard about the D&D and he wants to be what's his name? The short dwarf, yeah. And whatchamacallit? Not Game of Thrones. There's
You know
oh
nothing,
come on.
Jon Snow.
Quick hellos
No,
while I
that's
got a chance to JP, Supreme Heretic, Papa Cotton, Mercer. We're starting to fill up, folks.
Yeah, I went to the clinic across the street for my gout because my gout was flaring up. And I'm like, my ex told me her whole family tested positive. And I'm like, well, I've been around her. So while I was in the back, I'm like, can you me a COVID test? And I'm like, okay. And like, well, you're positive. I'm like, shit.
Hmm. Well, see, because where a friend of mine lives, which is in Timisoara, Romania, uh, that city has a population of 300,000, and from November, just one day, November 15th, they had like 471 deaths. Now they have less than 20. So,
This is the first time, like, since the outbreak that I ever called it.
well,
Hey,
are they?
Deej.
So are they pushing you for 14 days, self, whatever, or did you
they
get stabbed and jabbed?
No, I got the vaccine, but they gave me they gave me a medicine called Pav Pavlos Pavlovix or something.
Hmm.
But I mean, I feel fine. I just I got a little mucus, and I'm kind of running like a low fever. That's about it.
Hmm.
Hello, Drew. Hello, Darth. What's up?
Hey, man. What's going on, dude?
I thought I'd just stream, and boom, here I am, still on.
How
Oh,
did you
champ, Deej.
so how did you wind up getting back in a position to stream? Because man, I know like a little while ago things were hairy.
Well, I managed to get a little room. As you can see, I'm cramped.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So, Deej, how many times did you get stung by those yellow jackets?
Just once.
Once. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much. In fact, on survival training, they were giving us a list of all sorts of wonderful things.
Was you in the
Not
military?
only, yes,
Oh, what branch?
Army.
Oh, same here.
Air Force rejected me yesterday.
I was in the army too.
Ah,
I
but
was in
you were, you were part.
communications.
Oh no, I was 11 Bravo.
Oh, that's
Small arm,
infantry.
Well,
yeah, small arms infantryman.
if you ask Harry, he was also in somebody else's military before the army.
Actually, two
Yeah, too.
I
before.
was in the first order.
You're from the First Order or what?
The Empire.
The Empire.
Oh, the Empire, yes.
The only
So,
empire that matters, Harry. Just kidding.
He's
I
Darth
was joking.
Vader's little
I was
brother.
joking, bro.
He's Darth
uh,
Vader's little brother.
No,
it's quite all right. I have a sense of humor, which I usually inflict on people, and I don't care.
no, I do.
So,
Harry, I do Kylo Ren cosplay, bro. Nice to meet you, man. By the way.
Same here.
Yep.
Actually,
No, but I
if he
do
takes
Kylo Ren TikTok stuff.
if he
Sorry,
takes
Steve.
that hat and beard off, he does look like Kylo Ren from Star Wars.
Yeah, he actually does.
Kind of scary.
It's my natural beard, Deej. What are you talking about? It's
But
glorious.
he
I
had
grew
to-
this for weeks.
He grew the beard back because he got tired of the women hitting on him all the time.
Gage could tell you that I used to look like Santa Claus,
Yep, he
and
did.
I had a meeting that I had to get most of this shaved off.
Oh well.
You know, so and my wife said it. I go, gee, you're not very observant, are you, sweetheart? And she goes, oh, you shaved, and I go, oh, Jesus, sorry, mate.
Oh dang.
I cannot
But
grow a beard.
why
So
can't you grow a beard?
Part of my family, like my great grandmother, was like full Cherokee, and
Yes,
Native Americans, they don't grow body hair. So
Bees.
not
anytime,
not
That's
not
me.
as
That's me.
what's
I can't grow a full beard because my mom is biracial. My grandma's full. We're Sioux, and I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
grow.
I got
Like, look at
Cherokee
this.
in me.
Like, I can't
well
grow. Like, I had a crappy
to,
mustache. This, but
to be
none.
nice. I will say Oshio Chamika. To Darth, I'll say Pelamaya, which is Dakota Sioux for thank you.
Yeah. No, I can't grow anything. Like, but my brother is like can grow a full man beard. Like, I'm so jelly, and my dad has forest hair and all that. I want to grow a beard like King Leonidas from 300. Right. That's what I would do. Heck yeah, that's who I would be. King Leonidas if I could grow a beard. So
hey,
but
I'm
maybe I'd look.
Filipino. I'm
Oh, go ahead.
Filipino. I just run around with a smooth chest and everything. So
You're
Oh,
Filipino?
Okay, Kumusta po?
Kamusta.
yeah, thank you. No,
You know,
the
Kumusta po is how are you, but it's respectful, although I am your elder, but most people are expecting to hear Kumusta instead, which is
I
Spanish.
had a
right.
That's,
girlfriend that was Filipino.
huh?
Had a girlfriend that was Filipina.
Hopefully you said Slamat.
Well, DJ, I was going to tell you, man, dude. Hopefully, you can pop by the political show on Tuesday because I'm having an interesting guest, man.
Who you having?
Jasmine St. Clair.
Cool. I'll have to remember that one. I'll be around. Mercer, you're just Mercer. That's who you are. Hello, pop culture.
Hey, did you see the episode when I interviewed that one chick, Allura Jensen, the porn star?
No.
No, I think I missed that one.
Yeah, dude, she was actually one of the best guests I've ever had because we didn't talk about nothing like that. I mean, she just went all in on the because she's a huge conservative. She just did a whole info bomb of stuff that was going on and a bunch of stuff, dude. I was like, oh my God, man, this woman knows her shit.
She went, she went all in, folks.
Man, never mind that, I mean, my God, her boobies are like the size of my head, each of them, but that's all right. I mean, a woman's smart. She knows her stuff, dude. I was like, damn,
See, you should be happy I wasn't around because then I would have been trying to sing Monty Python to her.
I was friends with Annette Haven, if you remember her.
God, is she even still alive?
Yeah.
Well, hell, shit, that woman's got to be in her what 70s, probably.
Yeah, and trust me, she's like really mental right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
Hey,
say.
hey, hey, you know, some of us guys that are in our 50s still look certain 70-year-olds and still think they look halfway decent?
Well, I want to say Jasmine's around my age, so she's I think she is my age, or like a year younger, or something like that. But she's still built like a brick shit house.
I'm still waiting for you to
I've never
invite me
heard
on
of
one of
it.
the political shows so I can rant.
Dude, you can come on if you're like because I know that's around if you're on Central, that's usually probably around dinner time for you.
No, my dinner time's way earlier than that.
Oh, okay, because
Hi, Mercer.
it's about quarter to 6 in the evening your time when I go
Yeah.
live.
Us farm people usually eat around 5 o'clock.
Oh, well, maybe you can come on anytime you want, Deej. You just let me know, hey man, and I'll shoot you a link.
You know how I love ranting about political stuff?
Oh yeah. Well,
And
part of the reason YouTube probably demonetized me already is because I fucking don't play by the rules. I just, put it all out there. So,
have a good night, pop culture.
See ya, Pop.
well, you seen what they did to Wes? They nuked his whole fucking channel.
I'm just not exciting. And we have Mr. CCDB.
Yeah,
So,
there's one of my buddies.
What's up, Chef?
so there I was, being all political and junk, and then decided I needed to sell my house.
Hey,
So I thought to
guys, I gotta
myself,
go. I got a phone call.
Hey, Tim.
See you, Tim.
all right, take out, Tim.
Hey, hey, CC, don't forget tomorrow. Just so you remember, tomorrow is the UFO show.
I do not remember that, so you need to shoot me a DM and remind me.
No, the DM should still be there between us. You
No,
were.
I'm sure it is.
You're going to have to shoot him a reminder of the reminder.
Yeah, the reminder of the
Jesus.
reminder.
Jesus Christ. It's at midnight tomorrow. You can't fucking forget that.
He can.
Midnight
Trust
Central.
me.
Trust me. I can. I can forget.
Well,
that.
yeah, you can forget that. I forget.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, I know how you roll. Yeah, you can forget that.
No,
Trust
JPs.
me, there's
we
plenty
eat
in
around
there.
No. But we're talking UFOs tomorrow. Don't forget. So.
Oh right. Okay. I do remember that. I just don't remember being invited to it. That's all.
Yeah, last week was Loch Ness because you were gonna jump in for that.
Right.
But we were already midstream. But tomorrow's UFOs, and you come on for that because you said you were somewhat of a skeptic on that. So
I am a skeptic. Yeah.
All
okay.
right.
Yeah, I'm
Excellent.
kind of a
Yes.
skeptic on
Okay.
it.
I do remember that. That was 2 weeks ago, though, not last week.
Loch Ness isn't real. It was just me out swimming nude, and I was excited.
No,
Well, there's your problem, dude.
that was me, Deej.
Beware the Jew.
Now, I believe there's intelligent life out there, but I don't think they're coming here.
Well, hey, look, at this point, I'd rather they come here and replace the Democrats.
Yeah, for real.
At this point, yes.
My utility bills have doubled.
For the longest time, I thought that the Democrats were just being themselves and being stupid, and now that they got all this power, they're making everybody else be stupid too. It's like, really? Like $7 a gallon for diesel fuel?
Well, CC, the whole fucking game because it goes further beyond that.
Right.
It's basically elites versus versus they're trying to turn us into a surf class.
I don't bow to political interests. It's just that
Well, I
political
know, but
interests happen to be aligned with my interests, and I want to stay in power, so I'm going to hang out with them.
well, I want to
Ugh.
stay alive, and it's basically in the interest of humanity at this point, because it's all these fucking things where 20 years ago it was a conspiracy theory, now it's a fact. The World Economic Forum bastards and all these assholes, trying to push for that one world government bullshit, and they've been playing this game for well over 100 years, dude.
Yeah.
And
You
now we're
know?
about to go into World War
I
III
don't
with
know about
China.
100 years. I would say the 1960s is when they really started ramping up their propaganda. But if you went back, another 60 or 70 years, maybe that's the case. But remember that back then we were coming out of the Civil War, right? So it was more about the policies that Abraham Lincoln put in and then 60 years later, now they're like, oh hey, we can start pushing our own agenda. And you saw that with Roosevelt. He
Well,
was like,
most of them post World War II Nazis we took in, and then the fucking commies, they all wound up getting on the same page and said, hey, what if we ruled the fucking world? And that's basically, how it all came
yeah,
into play.
oh, we
They,
could totally rule the world a lot better than these Democrats think they can rule the world.
But
well, yeah.
but you got to admit there is hope.
Well, there is.
All these Democrat people these days. Well, we can't have babies. We can't. They're going to breed themselves out because they're not breeding anymore.
Well, dude,
right.
the more populist fucking people that keep winning, Deej, the better off we are. I was so fucking thrilled that Carrie Lake won, dude. I was so happy she won.
Oh, she won?
Yeah,
Yep.
she won.
Oh, right on.
So,
That's
and
right.
that lady's sharp as a fucking tack, man. She don't fuck around.
I love Arizona, and I really do. I want to die here in Arizona. I want to live here and die here in Arizona. But I've got, people that I got to go and live with. And California is like the worst place in the world to live in.
Never go to California.
It's the absolute worst place to live in, right? But that's where I have to go in order to be with my uncle. And so,
oh my God, I think California should be its own separate country.
But I love Arizona, so I'm really happy that Kelly Lake won. I really am.
I would like to show you guys a tweet from earlier today.
The twit?
Tweet.
The twit?
The most idiotic tweet I've seen yet.
Don't use my words against me. Not all tweets are twits.
It's from Joe Biden saying, right now a family in America with 2 cars is saving $100 a month in gas compared to peak prices. That's breathing room.
Are you?
And we're not
fucking...
letting up anytime soon.
Shit.
So a single white man in America is paying 40% of his gross earned income in taxes, and you're saying that we're saving money?
His approval rating is lower than Jimmy Carter.
Oh my God, that is the lowest approval rating since Jackson, I think.
Oh yeah, he's in the shitter, man. And it's because, well, I mean, Jesus, if you make a fucking tweet like that, which he probably ain't even making his tweets, they got people doing it for him. But my God, that's got to be the most fucking dementia tweet I've ever seen. Jesus, man.
Yeah, he don't even know he's president. He called himself vice president the other day.
Did he really? I don't
yeah,
watch it. I don't watch the news.
You got to go back while he was running for president. He said he was running for Senate.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
God,
all
really?
messed
That's like putting my uncle up for office, right?
up.
Like
And then there's been
at the
multiple times he's called Harris President Harris.
Yeah.
at
And where's
the
she at? I hadn't heard from her.
at the VFW, we had no choice, right? I got a DUI, so I have to stay in Arizona. And my uncle, unfortunate as it is, he's 73 years old, and he had to be elected as president. And then the one who is going to be vice president took my place as quartermaster. And so the post is still open and still legal as a VFW post.
Please tell me you don't have one of those VFW hats.
I do not have one, although I do want one. The white
Oh,
one with
no.
the
I
thing on the
hate
side
those
that says,
things.
"Yeah, no, I want one." I don't have one. No.
I cannot stand those things.
But
You-
that's the thing is like you've got a senile 73-year-old as commander and a 50-something who is a drunk. And now you got to take that with a grain of salt because I'm a drunk. I do like your crown there, Deej. I do like it. I like it a lot.
Good to be the king.
Oh shit! I've still got my camera on. Shit. Sorry about that, everybody.
Just be happy I have mine turned off, or I might.
Oh
take
no,
my shirt
I'm
off.
just a cook. I'm just a cook.
And let me tell you something funny. Like, I live like right. I mean, I can walk to Mexico from my apartment. I'm not close to Mexico, right? And this is where they're shipping like all the illegals that come over. They're shipping them out on buses, and like the place where they process them, they got it like blocked off, and they have police actually guarding them. And I'm like, that's freaking ironic that
They,
cops are protecting criminals because when you cross the border illegally, you're committing a crime.
I
Are
have
you-
to love.
are you
I have-
absolutely sure that they're coming over illegally? Illegally. I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
literally, they get issued a green card at the border if they want to
No.
get on one of the buses.
No. It takes like months and months to get the legal paperwork. They just
Okay,
come
but
over.
They
Trust
get a
me,
they get a work visa right there at the border.
not right away. It takes months.
Even for a work visa.
Yes, trust me, it takes a long time.
The farmers
And
in
a lot of money.
California, the farmers in California and Arizona would not be able to survive without the migrant farm workers who are coming through.
My
I
ex-wife
heard
used to be
shipping
a
it to
migrant
Washington.
worker. But it takes a lot of money and it takes time to get that, but they don't want to wait and they just like cross over.
Well, I have to laugh that the mayor of D.C. got denied her request for National Guard troops to help control the bust-in
Wow.
illegals. I have to
Wow.
laugh at that one. She
That's
claimed 2 years ago that Washington D.C. was a sanctuary city, but now that Texas is busing them up there, she wants.
Yeah, they bus them from here, like my city. That's where the buses are at. Those white buses. I seen them get on the buses, and the cops escort them. And I'm like, you're escorting criminals?
Well, don't forget, Deej, they're fucking flying them across the country too. They got
Yeah.
those late night illegal flights where they just drop them off in fucking Midwest America, man. They're doing that here too. They're dropping them off in my state and all over the fucking Midwest here too.
And actually, I took video. I tried to take video where they blocked it off, where they're like they have them all because it says no entrance. But I'm like, what can they do? So I went there and took video, and they chased me off.
I just got a $1 donation.
Dun,
Ooh.
dun,
$1
dun.
from Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, nice.
And it
From
says,
Taiwan.
now that it's after midnight on Sunday and I'm really hungover, good morning, Sunday morning. I'm a little tipsy.
And she said, I'm a little tipsy. Here's $1.
Good
I
night.
want to
Hey,
know
I'm $1 richer.
what I
Good
want to
That's all
night.
that
know
matters.
Good night,
is
Nancy Pelosi. I'd love to see you on the next Red Wing
No,
nurse
we don't. We don't talk Red
nerd
Wings around here.
broadcast.
We don't talk Red Wings.
what I want to know is what drug her husband was on when he got arrested.
I don't know. I just know he was drunk.
They said
I,
he was drunk with drugs, but they didn't say what drugs.
I want to know what drugs he was on when he married that.
We'll never. Well, you know, in all fairness, she does have a big rack, so he might have not been looking anywhere else but there.
That big rack is all the way down to her knees by now.
Yeah, but
Without
when
a
he got
bra,
married, they weren't all the way down to the knees.
She didn't have a plastic man face at that time either. So
Yeah, I know, man. She got them jowls now, boy. Be careful, DJ. She's giving you money. She might want you to help out with them big old saggy boobies.
No. I'll send her. I'll give her the perfect person to go see because he's got the hashtag Beware the Drew.
there you go. That's right.
We'll send her to Drew.
Well, according to this lovely little thing here, she wasn't, quote, bad looking, unquote, when she was really young.
30 years ago.
Probably closer to 50.
She was all right.
All right, I'm gonna find pictures of her when she was young. Boy, I don't know. Going back quite a ways, though, they might not have photographers back then.
Well, the one I'm looking at is a
Okay,
fake
here
story
it is.
of Hugh Zan.
Here's a picture of her when she was young.
Not that bad.
Oh, Baltimore. Well,
I'd
there's
give
your
it a 5.
problem. Baltimore.
Hey,
there's your
DJ, I thought
problem.
your favorite was AOC.
No, that's Bird of Prey 5's favorite. He likes AOC.
She's all whacked out.
Granted, her little dancing number there when she was in college didn't look half bad, but as soon as you hear what comes out of her mouth, forget it. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got to remember we got World War II coming.
World War III.
According to her.
Three.
No, World War II, according to her.
All right.
That's true.
And like, you missed something there. She goes, we
Yeah.
only got 12 years left to live. I go, well, then you know what you do. Party like it's 1999 and fuck it. You know what I'm saying,
I party like it's 16.99.
Well, there you go.
16.99.
Yep.
Well,
I'm a farmer. I know how to party like the Amish.
well, I just wanted to stop in and say hello to you and, you know, hang out a little bit. I'm going to kick back and play a little bit of video games for a while and then head off to sleep. So,
All right,
What kind of
buddy.
game you play, Drew?
And
Good
remember,
times,
Drew,
Drew.
send a reminder to Mr. CCDV tomorrow because he won't remember.
I will.
That
Yeah.
is true.
No, I'm playing the WWE 2K22 right now.
Actually, don't send it tomorrow. Send it later today. It is past midnight.
Fair enough. I don't check Twitter that often.
Well, see, now you probably won't even see the reminder because you forget to check Twitter.
Hey, I'm resurfacing the floor in my bedroom, all right? It takes a lot of time and effort. A lot of hand planing and steel brush cup things on the
I told you to get a big buffer and do it like in the military.
Oh yeah.
I tried, man. They're
Get the
selling for
grout.
like
Get the white grout.
$2,000, man. I can buy a cup for my grinder for like $12. So I get the cup for the grinder. My hand planer cost a lot, but
In the
I need a hand
military,
planer.
to buff it, we used to like put those furry toilet seat covers on the buffer.
Oh yeah, those were fantastic for buffing.
They were
Right.
Oh
good, didn't
yeah. Because you used the can, the yellow can. What I can't remember what the paste was called.
they? Yeah,
The
but we
wax
use the toilet
paste.
seat covers. Yeah, it worked
Yeah,
good.
right, exactly. Oh, they were fantastic.
See, folks.
I mean,
you
I
learn
was
something.
never in the military. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, gents.
All right,
All
man.
right.
See ya.
See you later, Drew.
That was Drew, folks. Hashtag beware the Drew. Conspiracy
Yeah,
is in the house.
I considered getting one of those, and then I ran my belt sander over a few patches of the floor, and the belt sander actually clogged up with the melted what's the paint? It's not silicone, it's latex paint, right? And whoever laid carpet in this house before I moved in, they used latex paint. And so every time I use sandpaper on these floors, it gets clogged up with the latex paint and it just starts smearing brown all over the floor. And so I have to use a hand planer and I have to do, all kinds of crazy shit to get these floors back into immaculate shape. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. Why people would paint their floors before putting carpet down, I still don't understand.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Because
But
some idiot told him that it would hold the carpet down better.
that may be the case, actually, because there's a lot of glue spots also.
Cinnabon
Oh,
asks, have you tried fire?
Have we tried fire? Burn it.
JP says it will clog even with oil-based paints too. But he concurs fire will work.
Fireworks.
This stream is brought to you by Cinnabon tonight anyway, because, well, he put me in a timeout, so I had to stream myself. So that wouldn't happen.
Oh. You all right, Harry? You're just kind of chilling back.
Oh, I'm still here. You haven't gotten rid of me yet, lad. I know that's the worst Scottish accent you've heard so far today.
Where are you from?
No. We've heard Bird of Prey 5 trying to do Australian. That's the worst accent you'll ever hear.
I'm from Romania.
From where?
Romania.
Romania. Cool.
Yes. Bram Stoker brought you Dracula, which,
What
of
about
course,
Vlad?
in Romanian means son of the dragon. Dracul is dragon.
am I back?
Dracula is son of the dragon.
And I'm
Yeah.
Alucard just because I'm backwards.
Yeah, okay. A la carte. Okay.
I was
Somebody
going to
like
show
Paul.
you. That took me 8 hours to get through.
Is that
Just
wood?
yeah, that's 80-year-old wood floor that
Looks pretty good for 80 years.
Somebody painted and put carpet over. All right,
That's
That's
just a
80,
crime.
80 years.
that's what I've been doing for like 7 hours a day, just getting that wood back into shape.
That's a crime to paint and then carpet over a good hardwood floor.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
wood
I
looks
say.
pretty good.
It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, that's like perfect for ADA people like myself, right? So you have to have a wheelchair, you have to go up a wheelchair ramp, and then you got to get into the house, and then you got to go into your bedroom, and they had fucking carpet on the floor,
Mm.
right? So there.
Oh, that's the old spot.
Well, I hope you saw the difference.
Wait,
anyway.
it froze right when you were showing down, so we got to stare at it for a while. Oh,
Everybody froze.
Mother, father, Sunny Beach.
It's freezing up, CC.
So you've got the old floor that's been messed up with carpet and everything, and all the new floor.
Now that looks good.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, seriously, take a few hours and restain a floor rather than putting carpet over it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And
real.
for God's sake, please don't ever use latex paint on a floor. It's taking me forever to get the latex paint off of the floor.
I've never heard of anybody painting a floor.
I'm sure they probably had dogs or something
You
and
missed a spot.
urine smell and all that, but
Cinnabon points out that you missed a spot.
So much work. So
Hey,
much
Bo.
work to repair the mistakes of previous owners. So annoying.
You know, up here in the northern areas, hardwood floor does get cold in the wintertime, but that's when you just put down a throw rug.
There you go. See?
Or wear socks.
There are solutions to other than painting the floor with latex.
I swear to God, where I live, the coldest it gets in winter is about 50 degrees.
Yeah, we get wind chills of 50 below.
Forget that.
We do too. It's rare, but we do.
Well,
we rarely get.
The place that I live, you know, if you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes, it'll change.
It'll change, exactly. Yeah, you know, if one day we'll get half a meter of snow, right? So that's 18 inches of snow, right?
Damn.
Where we're going, oh my goodness, that's 18 inches of snow, and then 3 days later, all the snow is gone. And all you see is the gravel that was laid out on the road, so you could get a little bit of traction to get to work. It's like, yeah, that's my little town right there.
It never snows here.
I think the worst snow I can remember was the winter of 79 and 80, when it drifted so high I could walk straight up on the barn roof, or I could ride in the snowmobiles, or I could ride the snowmobiles over the hedge trees.
That is one of the coolest stories ever.
I remember
it took giant snow blowers on the tractors to clean out the road enough, and when we went to school, riding in the school bus, it was like going down a mini canyon, like on Star Wars. when you see the ships flying through the little canyon area to shoot the target. That's what it was like on a bus.
I remember, like, I joined the army in '93, and I remember I was born and raised in Nashville, and I remember my mom sending me pictures. It was the worst ice storm of like 50 years. And I remember her sending me pictures, and everything was like frozen, like ice rain. It was crazy.
Wow, 93. Where'd you go to basic?
Fort Jackson.
Ah, yeah, baby. That's what
Carolina.
I'm talking about. Camp Jackson. Yeah, North Carolina. Love it.
Victory
South
Tower.
Carolina.
Oh God, I went up Victory Tower twice.
Uh,
Yeah, that's slightly better than where I had to do basic.
Where did you do basic?
Fort Benning.
oh,
Ooh.
Georgia.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
infantry. Sorry.
Middle of summer.
Ouch. No.
I joined December 2nd, and I swear to God, it was so cold that in the morning when we lined up for formation, we would sit our canteens down and go for a run. And when we got back, it
They
would
were
be
ice.
frozen. It would be frozen.
I remember that. Yes, I went into basic in November.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I went in at the end of June, July, August.
Oh, and listen to this. One time, like it was the day that we was training with live grenades, and it was so cold, and I already pulled the pin, and the only thing that kept it from going off was the spoon. And my hands were like numb and so cold, I could not feel my hands, and I was about to drop the grenade. And the
Oh,
drill
ouch.
sergeant, I was waiting for the drill sergeant to tell me to throw it, and he kept waiting. And I'm thinking, I'm about to drop it. I can't feel my hands. And I thought I was about to drop a live grenade.
Ouch. Ouch. That is scary as hell. When I was throwing live grenades, I threw mine, right? Like 35 meters or whatever. The drill sergeant still he like threw himself on top of me. He was like,
Oh,
"You
yeah,
did a
rains
good
down
job, Private.
shrapnel.
You did a good job, Private. All right, get up." It's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
it rains down shrapnel.
It does. And he was like, "You did a good job, Private." He said, "Get up, go on." I was like, "Wow, okay."
Yeah,
You know,
what's funny is like when I threw a live grenade and I saw it go off, and I'm like, where's all the big fire and the big fireball? Because I was used to seeing them in the movies, like a big fireball.
right? Exactly.
It was just a little puff of black smoke. I'm like, what?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a little puff of black smoke, and all the balloons exploded. Every single balloon exploded.
I was thinking it was going to be a big fireball, like in the movies.
If you imagine a like a homecoming reunion or a prom or something like that, and you see those great big arches of balloons, right? There's hundreds of balloons in that great big arch,
Yeah.
right? And then you're standing out there on the range, and they go, "All right, we're about to set off a claymore. Are you ready?"
Oh yeah, what was it called? What was it called? They demonstrated like claymores, and they
Yeah, I don't
demonstrated
remember what they called it, but
18-4s. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
know.
was so much fun, right? And so they were like, "This is what it looks like when an when a claymore goes off," and it was just a little black puff of
Like a
smoke.
puff of black smoke. Yeah.
That's all it was. And then every single
That's from
balloon
my
on the
experience.
entire line went.
No, the funniest thing about basic, this is the funniest shit. When you get put into the chamber for the gas.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, and they make you take your mask off.
Yes.
No, what's funniest, I swear they do this on purpose. They plant a damn tree outside the door for the first dumbass that runs straight out. and headlong into a tree.
Oh, the
Let me
guy
tell-
who didn't take his mask off.
Let me tell you a
Yes.
story about that. Let me tell you a story about the gas chamber day. Um, like they'll tell you to make a left face and take your mask off. And so I'm like, I'm going to hold my breath and close my eyes. So I took my mask off and I took a deep breath and I closed my eyes and I'm just pushing the guy in front of me like to get out. And all of a sudden I feel like somebody like keep pushing me back, like a hand on my shoulder. And I'm like, I keep trying to go forward and I keep feeling a hand pushing me back in. And I'm like, I'm about to run out of breath here. And it was the drill sergeant. He's like, open your eyes, open your eyes. I'm like, no, no. He's like, open your eyes. And finally I ran out of breath and I took a deep breath and bam, I'm like, ah!
You have to go through that every single year. You do. And that's no joke. You really do have to go through a simulation every single year for gas, right? My 18th year, I just went, yeah, whatever. Just put the CS in the tray. I'm good. Just let me out, all right?
Yeah, well, at least I noticed my surroundings before they put me in, so I knew once I come out that door to take a hard right so I wouldn't hit the damn tree. Too many people were coming flying out. There
There you go.
ass knocked himself out.
I'm not joking though. My 18th year, I was like, oh, thank God I get to clear my sinuses this day. I pulled
Well, they say you get used to it.
You do. You really do get used to it. I mean, pepper gas, the same thing. You just get used to it. It's just okay. Yeah. That burns my eyes a lot like jalapenos do, and onions when I cut them when I'm cooking.
Oh,
So
like any exposed skin, it burns.
it doesn't. No, it's only the water that seeps into the skin that burns.
I don't know, but like my sleeves were up and like my neck, any exposed skin started burning as soon as I went in there. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Well, it
And then
was a
they
long time ago.
and then
So,
they make you like, they make you like take your mask off and like put it back on and clear it out.
oh yeah, that's the fun part.
And you found out that they are not going to let you leave until you actually open your eyes and take a breath.
Yes, that's what they did to me.
Absolutely.
I kept feeling a hand like keep me back in the room and I'm like trying to push and I hear the drill sergeant, open your eyes, open your eyes. I'm like, no, no, no. And he wouldn't let me leave. And finally I ran out of breath. And I took a deep breath and opened my eyes and I'm like coughing and puking.
And if they suspect you cheated in any way during that, they will run you back through.
They will run you
that
back through. Absolutely.
That reminds me. There was this little bitty guy, we called him Preemie, and his gas mask didn't fit right, because he's so small. And he stood right beside me. And when we got into the little shed, I remember like looking like to my right, and he's like waving his hands frantically, and I see his goggles on his gas mask all fogged up, and the gas was like seeping in his mask, and it didn't fit him right, and they took him out, but they made him go back through again. Yeah, if you feel it, they'll make you go back through.
I think it was my 15-year mark. I was in 15 years, and they had a machine that simulated the chamber, right? But we still had to go through the chamber once a year. But if your mask passed the machine, you didn't have to take it off while you were in the chamber. It was like, okay, whatever. So just walked through the chamber and went, why are we doing this? I mean, if you're telling me that I don't have to take my mask off because I know how to wear it, then what's the point in me going through the chamber? But it's
CC, did they make y'all do the training like with full mop level on, like the full mop level?
2003, I was in MOP 3
Yes, they
for
had full mop level on, and we had to dig a foxhole, and it was so hot.
oh my god, you had to dig a foxhole?
Yes.
Shit,
Well,
hell.
we had to also, but you got to remember, I went in 1989, right before the Gulf War.
And I went
Ah,
in
okay.
1965.
Oh, you was a nom then.
Yeah, I was in
Just the era. It was post Korea, pre Vietnam.
Oh, I thought they went to Vietnam like at 62 or something.
That was advisors. They didn't start sending divisions
it
over
was
until
it,
67.
it was no, actually they started sending people in 65.
Yeah.
Because I was with the Big Red One.
Oh, out in Germany.
No, I was the Big Red One in Vietnam. You would go to Germany from Vietnam
Ah, okay. I
after
understand
you
now.
after you did your quote tour unquote.
Hmm.
Isn't the big red one? Isn't that a tank division?
Yeah, it's an armored division.
No, it's infantry. Big
Oh,
Red One, First Infantry. You
Cavalry is
know?
tanks.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you talking the third?
Oh,
No, you're talking about the seventh.
Seventh is cavalry.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
seventh
one with
cavalry. Yeah.
the horse with the line and the yellow and the
it's
black.
also it's called the Black Horse
Hey,
Cavalry.
all right, stop that. Stop that. Seriously, one of my very first deployment was the First Cavalry Division. All right, so you
Yeah.
can stop that.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be a Screaming Eagle.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
101st.
The
No, it's
Screaming
second.
Eagles. Nice.
101st Airborne.
Yeah, that's
Fort
right.
Campbell.
101.
Well, I was in the division when we went to Bosnia that the horse was never ridden.
That's it. That's a sign.
The river was never crossed, and the color speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like yellow speaks for itself.
My third deployment. Oh, I don't have. Oh yeah, I got Screaming Eagles right here. There. That's my third deployment. I deployed with the Screaming Eagles. 101st. Dopes on a rope.
So you was at Fort Campbell.
No, actually, I was attached to them when I deployed.
Oh,
But I still wear the badge because I'm allowed to, right? I was attached to them.
cool.
This is the one I use most often for, patriotic streams.
Well, that's a master sergeant, right?
Sergeant first class.
Oh,
2 up. I'm sorry, 3 up, 2 down.
Yeah, sergeant first class. E7.
Yeah, I
damn.
was 3 up and 3 down, and a star in it.
That's a first sergeant.
Sergeant major.
Later I became a command sergeant major.
Command sergeant major.
I'm old. What do you want
Aye.
from me?
I'll
He
be right
outranks
back.
us all. He outranks us all.
Yeah, ranks us all. Right on. Sergeant Major, I'm never going to address you as Harry ever again. You're Sergeant Major to me from now on.
Actually, I was called CSM for a long time.
You are not.
What? Hello?
I hear you. I find it hard to believe that I'm talking to you right now.
Why? Ain't dead yet.
Okay, I'm outranking you all because I'm Captain Chaos. Dun dun dun.
Oh, yes. Don DeLuise. Captain Chaos.
I knew your name sounded familiar. You son of a bitch. Command Sergeant Major Sure deserves every respect you can ever give him. Ever. He earned the Medal of Honor. He deserves the Medal of Honor. I'm sorry, Sergeant Major. I apologize for bogarting whatever fun we were intending to have.
Why?
We're
I
still
have a
having
sense of
fun.
humor.
having
I have
fun.
a sense of humor.
It was just, I thought we were having fun. If you threw a coin down, I guarantee you would outrank me on the coin.
Just be happy we don't have any jarheads up here.
Oh God. You don't know how
I'm
many
going to
fights
go back to
I
being
got
a
in with
cook.
Marines.
I'm just going to go back to being a cook.
Well, I called a Marine Colonel Swabby,
You don't
That's
know
what
how
I'm
many
talking
fights I
about.
got in the Marines.
and he got really upset. And I said, "Well, you just got paid. Take a look at your paycheck. What does it say?"
Navy.
It said Department of the Navy. They said, "Congratulations, Swabby."
Uh,
We didn't like
God, I
me,
hate
but that's all
Marines.
right. So do I.
Most of the time I meet lower ranking individuals who served 4, 5, 6, 8 years, maybe in the military. Like, I spent 18 years and I was in a lot of command meetings with lieutenant colonels and colonels, and I was like, yeah, you spent like 3 years as an enlisted man. I don't even want to listen to you because you suck so much at faking it as a higher ranking person. It's like, wow, that's amazing that you pretend to be as high ranking as you pretend
I've seen
you were.
in AIT. I've seen a sergeant, black woman tell a butter bar, a second lieutenant guy off, like like
Oh, wait,
she
yeah, absolutely. Staff sergeants, in my opinion, staff sergeants outrank second
butter bars.
lieutenants.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because butter bars, all they do is come out of college with the rank.
God, I've trained so many second lieutenants and first lieutenants. It's absolutely insane. I used to have a fourth ID where Sergeant Major helped me out, right? What do the 4 clusters mean? 4 first lieutenants pointing north.
And for anyone out there that might be listening to the stream right now, thinking about going into the military, when asked, why did you join? Don't tell them that you watched Stripes and it looked like fun. Don't do that.
That is true.
Don't do that. I did that. I did that.
You did, really?
Yeah, I did that.
You hit on the MPs every single time.
No, actually, I was hitting on one that was working in the medical department area.
Oh, Fort Jackson was fun.
Fort Jackson was wild, man.
Oh, it was wild. Absolutely.
No,
Tank Hill. Remember running up Tank Hill?
God, you know what? Actually, in 1995, I was actually in really good shape, so running up Tank Hill wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah, I joined right after graduation of high school, so I was like in the best shape of my life.
Right, so running up Tank Hill was like, yeah, just run up Tank Hill, whatever. But there were so many fatties who were like, I can't get up Tank Hill.
And the thing is, like when we do runs every other day, like if you know if you drop out of a run, they'll just make you like rerun again. So there's no reason to even drop out because you
Hey,
have to.
Right.
let's not talk about fatties because they stuck my ass in the FTU for a week because they overbooked.
Well, it's not my problem you
Fitness.
joined the
They
Marine
stuck you in
Corps.
fitness.
I didn't even hit regular basic for a week after I hit Benning because they overbooked, so they stuck my ass in the FTU.
They stuck me
Oh,
in
okay,
they stuck
Benny.
me in
Okay.
fitness at Jackson because I couldn't do the push-ups.
Oh, I managed to do 13 push-ups, so I was able to go right on to my basic training
You
class.
anyone want what's it say? Anyone want to serve in the military now? It's gone all woke, hasn't it? I'm not sure, man. I mean, I don't know what the
Well,
military
the
is right
higher
now.
ups have gone a little crazy.
I don't know if it's going to adjust. I don't really know. It's been, oh God, BNOC was 2008. So I don't really know. But in 2008, when I went to basic non-commissioned officer course, BNOC,
Yes, NCOs.
yeah, I was not allowed to correct the privates. They were called privates. I mean, I didn't get called a private until I graduated basic. And these
Yeah,
are
exactly.
little kids, in my opinion, 2008, little kids that were in basic training and advanced individual training. That's what AIT means.
Well,
Advanced
I went to
individual
Fort
training.
Gordon. I went to Fort Gordon for my AIT.
Well, at Fort Lee, this private with no mosquito wings. Like he wasn't even an E2, he was an E1.
Oh, that's like the
Yeah,
basic.
he was the worst private in the entire army, right? And I had to go in past him while he was chewing out his E5 sergeant.
What?
I had to go into the travel office to make my arrangements to travel back to Germany.
Oh
I
my
was in
god.
Germany at the time, so I had to make it, and I was not allowed to say anything. I was staff sergeant with 15 years of experience, and I'm not allowed to say anything to this private with not even mosquito wings, E1, who is yelling at his E5 platoon sergeant because they weren't allowed to have drill sergeants in AIT at that time. So
Oh,
I don't know what
we
the
had
army
drill
is.
sergeants in our AIT.
I did too. In 96. I had a drill sergeant. I had 3 drill sergeants, as a matter of fact, in AIT.
I mean, they're much more laxed on you in AIT, but you still had a drill sergeant.
Hell, by 89, when I went in '89, they weren't even allowed to cuss at you anymore.
No shit.
Oh.
Oh, joy! I wish I had joined in the 80s.
Oh, come on, Sergeant Major. You got stories. I want to hear them. I want to hear them.
They could still yell at you, but they couldn't curse at you.
That's
Oh
messed.
no!
They got my face and fucking like told me my girlfriend was fucking my best friend.
Oh yeah, yeah. No use looking back. Jody's got your Cadillac.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
that's
Johnny's got
right.
your girl.
Yeah, we weren't even allowed to do Jody calls. You know, the one that goes, a yellow bird with a yellow bill. He sat upon the windowsill. I smashed his head. Oh no, I lured him in with a piece of bread, and then I smashed his little bread head.
I
The
mean,
moral of the
I was a
story
kid.
is if you want some head, you need a little bread. That's the moral of the story.
I was a kid when I joined, and there were like a lot older people in there that had families, and I didn't have a family, and they were crying like grown men. They were crying to go home, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! I'm like,
I know, like they'd never spent a day away from their families in their entire lives. Really?
I mean, they were
Okay.
crying.
Did you
I'm
all
like,
have a chronic masturbator while you were in basic?
Oh yeah, that
oh
guy.
man, hey, let me tell you a story about that. Let me tell you a story about that. Somebody snuck in a Hustler magazine, and we're like fighting over who's got it next. Like, I got it next, or I'm going to the bathroom. I got it next. We didn't give a shit. We're like, hell yeah. I was like, I got it next. We're going to the
No,
bathroom.
we only had one guy in our platoon that did it all the damn time.
He never went to sleep without masturbating. We
Yep.
all listened for it. We all waited for it. Good
Oh,
night, master.
when we went to sleep, we would go to the showers and start lighting up cigarettes.
We couldn't get by with that one.
Well,
No,
we turn the hot water on. We would turn the hot water on where it's all steam, and the smoke would go up in the vent.
Well, I
So
wasn't a smoker at the time. I didn't start smoking till I got back from Bosnia. But
yeah,
yeah,
Bosnia was a shithole, man.
Bosnia was a shithole. But I didn't start smoking till then. So every time everybody got caught smoking cigarettes in the bathroom in basic, I was like, God damn it, now I got to do more push-ups.
Well, I started dipping, and you can't smell dip, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you that one. I could, because I lived with a Deej, can I say something that sounds really racist, even though it isn't?
As long as it's not going to get me yanked.
My roommate was a coon ass.
He's
Louisiana.
Cajun. He's Cajun.
Yeah. Not Cajun. He was a coon ass. He really was.
Now we'll watch to see if we get yanked.
Yeah, well, that guy drove me absolutely crazy every damn day. Drove me absolutely up a wall.
I always used to joke with the scariest drill sergeant we had. He was this 6'4" black guy. He was a ranger and he had the scar on his eye that made him, and his name was Snake. And at the beginning of basic, when we were all sitting down, they all wanted to get to know who you were. Me being the smartass that I was, when he asked why I had joined, I looked at him and said, well, the doctor tells me I eat a lot of aggression. I started pulling the whole John Candy line bit from Stripes. That got me about 40 push-ups.
Tom Tuttle. Oh, was that? No, that wasn't Tom Tuttle from Tacoma. That was another movie, right?
Good night, Cinnabon.
Oh, Cinnamon's out?
Cinnabon's heading out.
I can't see the chat. How many's in chat?
There's still about 8 left.
Oh, 11. Well, 11 according to my screen.
My screen is about 2 o'clock.
I don't know. They're probably getting tired of us talking about the military.
That may be
Could
the
be.
case. Yeah.
Could
Hey,
be.
I'm enjoying this conversation a lot more than listening to how new Star Trek is.
Hack.
I got an article 14 when I was in fucking boot camp.
You mean Article 15?
15,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, shit happens. I got 2 because I shot. I'm in Vietnam. I just got done with alert, and I hit the rack, and this black kid is listening to country western,
Mhm.
He said, "Would you please turn that down?" And he said, he turned, looked at me, and said, "Fuck you!" Turned it all the way up. So I took my M14 and shot fucking radio dead.
Damn.
I got a 2 article of 15th. One
Yeah.
for damaging government property, and the other for driving the poor kid crazy.
Don't fuck
I
with
said,
LERP. Don't fuck with LERP.
Let me
That,
tell you
yeah,
something. When I was in AIT, there was like this guy and this girl that was dating in our platoon. They went to the beach and they got so sunburnt that they couldn't like get out of bed. And they got an Article 15 for destroying government property. No shit.
Yep.
yep.
You're not even supposed to get tattoos while you're in the military. That people
Oh
still
yeah,
do it,
yeah.
but you're not supposed to.
I got tattoos, but I hid them.
now remember, long range reconnaissance patrols
Oh,
are
LARP,
the
Lord.
LERP, the long
LARPs,
range
yeah.
reconnaissance patrols. They were the guys who were out there going, okay, shell this position so that we can move forward. So if he goes back to his bunk and he says, yeah, turn down that radio, and the guy goes, fuck you, LERP. what do you think the LERP is gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, I know what this one did. I took my M14 and shot the radio dead.
Hell, we used to take when we went to Iraq in 03, our upper chain of command. I don't even remember who was in charge of us at that time, but we were a company and we brought our field mess unit with us, right? So it's basically boiling water and then throwing the tins of crap into the water and then serving a
You
hot meal
dented,
twice a day.
first you dented the can and you tossed it in the boiling water and wait for it to pop out. And so the guy says, "What the hell is that all about?" It's, well, you won't know if it's done until it pops.
There you go.
Well, I heard like people in Vietnam would take apart like claymores, and they would use the C4 to heat up rations. You know, you
Oh,
can burn it.
C4 burns
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. Until until it has that detonator in it, it's okay.
But we got to Camp Dogwood, I think it was. I think it was Dogwood. Anyway, whatever it was in 2003. And our chain of command said that we could not use our mess tent because not every unit brought a mess tent. And so we could not use ours. Well, we got the rations, but we couldn't heat them up. Right? So it was like whatever. The tins opened up. And now one day I had to go to the headquarters tent and they had fucking air conditioning and they had fucking internet and they had main lines out to a phone tree, whatever, that they could call home every single day. And I'm sitting here in a tent that has a rip up the side that sand is blowing in every single day. And I'm sleeping in a goddamn gas mask so I can get a goddamn night's sleep. But they're sleeping in fucking air conditioning with fucking computers with internet. And I can't get a hot meal. Oh, thank you very much, chain of command. You are so wonderful. I love you so much. 2003 sucked.
Hey, JP's, back in the day when we were in, MREs didn't have a self heater.
Yeah, I think that's a myth.
Actually, the self heaters
Because
came out.
what he was talking about was sea rats. You know, the
Right.
cannibration.
The yeah.
In fact, I think it was the pork that when we were when we were in Norway, we handed them all of our pork rations. The guy said, "What the hell is this?" And I said, "Well, you guys needed some hockey pucks. These things are tougher than your hockey pucks."
Weren't
And I
even
go,
allowed to serve bacon. You know, once the field tent got actually set up, and they were serving eggs and
Green eggs, green eggs.
yeah, green eggs, yeah. But they were not allowed to serve sausages. It's funny because you know, basic bacon we couldn't have, sausage we couldn't have, but if they did like a pulled pork, we could eat that all day long. It was like, really? So you're denying us bacon, you're denying us sausage, but we can eat pulled pork all day? I'm confused.
I'm telling you, in basic, there was always the same thing. It was either rice or potatoes, gravy, and bread. So I would always make a rice or mashed potato gravy bread sandwich.
I got
That was
sick
my.
of rice.
Oh yeah, they always had
Yeah.
rice or baked or mashed potatoes in gravy and bread.
I would have been happy if we had mashed potatoes.
That
was a
rice.
rarity.
The rice was always al dente.
Well,
To the tooth.
our
Like,
MREs,
literally,
our
you're
MREs back,
crunching through the rice.
our MREs back in the day didn't have that fucking heater element that they have now.
Ours didn't.
I
either.
did. I did have the heater element.
Ours
Yeah.
didn't. Ours didn't. We had to eat that shit cold.
Not in basic, not in AIT, but once I got to 3rd Infantry Division at Fort Stewart, yeah, every time we went to the field, they were like, yeah, put that heating element in. I was like, heating element? I thought this was an MRE. Well, you can eat it cold if you want to. Well, all right,
duty
I'll
was the
put
best
the heating
though in
element
basic.
in it.
Now, Harry might have a different view to this because some of us were talking about this once. That when we were doing KP duty in basic, it was the bomb. It was the best.
"Well, in my era, it was a punishment."
Yes,
There it was. There's the difference, folks.
yes. I pulled 24-hour KP duty once.
Oh, I got to clean out the grease trap
Now,
Oh,
see,
lovely.
because I pissed off the captain.
when I was doing KP duty,
But
At
because
four-
she says I'm a woman, not a man. And I said, "Yes, sir."
Oh, yes. Don't forget that in the Army, you're supposed to say yes, ma'am, not yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, what? It's kind of like, okay, sure, right, you know. And the sergeant said, "You got to be careful about him." And she goes, "Why is that?" And he goes, "If he smiles, you're in trouble."
Ouch.
I see at Fort Benning, when I was in, all the kitchen food was catered in. So when we pulled KP duty, all we were doing was putting stuff in the automatic dishwashers, serving, or sitting
No
back
shit.
there when nobody was around, eating everything in sight.
No shit. Damn.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, again, different eras, different times. Because I actually had an abbreviated advanced infantry training, which would be another term for advanced individual training. But for some people, it would be infantry, or if you were artillery, it would be artillery. If it was communications, so on and so forth. Bless you. And I can remember a lot of things that just didn't seem right to me.
Now, shooting expert was a punishment for me.
I was a sharpshooter. I was one away from expert.
I shot expert, and it was a punishment because then when it came up to the night when the payroll came in,
You
us
loaded
fools-
an extra bullet in, didn't you?
us fools were told we get to guard the building all night.
Yep.
Hmm.
I remember that too.
I was one target away from expert.
Oh,
I
you're
hit
not gonna like me then.
I hit 49 out of 50.
You're not
And
gonna
the
like me then.
the one that I missed was the damn 50-meter one right up next to me.
You missed the 50-meter target.
They call it Fast Freddy. The Fast Freddy. At
Everything
Fort
else I
Jackson,
hit.
at Fort Jackson, they call it Fast Freddy. It'll pop up and pop down real quick.
You got 3 seconds to hit it. It's not fast.
I didn't even see it pop up. I'm looking downrange for something to pop up, and it's the one right next to me.
Yeah, it's like the closest one.
I have to admit that I did not shoot expert until after I was with 3rd Infantry for about a year. And then I was able to shoot expert. So
See, the thing with
I get that.
the thing with communications that I was in, you know, I had to have a security clearance, and my clearance was secret. So it went confidential, secret, then top secret.
Yeah.
Because mine was secret because we heard everything that went through the lines. And
I
people
was,
that like
Also, you might have been part of the encryption or
yes,
de-encryption.
yeah,
I
we
was
had encryption and people that like moved around a lot, that like moved around to like different states and high schools after AIT, they get held over because I guess the FBI and like checks on that, and they have to track down every place you live and make sure you're who you are.
yeah, up to 10 years ago. Yeah.
So yeah,
I was
I had a secret clearance.
I had to get a secret clearance for my role as Rear Battle Captain RTO. So rear what RTO? What does
Your
RTO stand
telephone
for?
operator.
Radio telephone operator. Exactly. Thank you. I was rear battle captain for the RTO, and so I had to get a secret clearance. And this is like 15 years in, or no, 10 years in, and I'm going, why do I need a secret clearance for this? We've been playing these games for 10 years. Oh no, because you get to hear everything that the general says. Oh, okay, fine. So, like, whatever. So submitted, and yeah, I got the I no, it expired 2 years ago.
Toward the end toward the end of my my days, they were gonna like combine us with the 82nd Airborne, so we get deployed with the 82nd Airborne because our job was to go out on the battlefield and set up antennas to set up communications. So we started training with the 82nd Airborne, and we were going through repelling training, and that's where, you know, I tried to show off, and I was repelling, and I try to like get down as quick as possible, and my feet slipped up underneath me, and I fell like 10 feet and like landed on my back and like busted like 2 vertebrae.
Ouch.
So they medically discharged me. But I get 100% right now.
That's good. Yeah. Are you 100% permanent in total, or just 100%?
Just 100%.
Okay, 100% permanent in total means that your kids get to go to college for free.
Well, I don't have kids.
Well, there you go.
Sweet bird, yes. I think everybody.
But I just became a member of the DAV, and they told me this one old guy, he was like a Vietnam veteran. He told me if your doctor prescribes you Viagra and you can't like screw your wife, they'll give you an extra $100 a month just for that. You can file a claim, and they'll give you an extra $100 because you can't screw your wife.
All right.
I'm like, really? I'm like, Jesus.
I believe
right.
it.
And as I
Yeah.
started to say, all veterans I think, should get more because they risk their lives.
There's more.
And
There's more. There's more like 100%. There's L. It's called L levels. There's like L1, L2, and you get more than 100%.
Yeah, I cannot get approved for my housing improvement, which is why I'm doing all the work myself. But the housing improvement grant I'm qualified for it. I should get it, but I've been denied a couple of times for that, and so I stopped applying for it. But it's like $80,000 to improve your home.
Hold on. What does it say? Hold on. You really want to what? I can't read that.
You really want to admit that for an extra $100 a month?
I'm
No,
willing to admit it.
actually, I don't need it, but they prescribed it anyway, and I can use it. To get $100 a month. Actually, I don't need it, but well, I can't say, but I really don't need it. But the doctor prescribes it to me. But I can file that claim and get an extra 100.
The interesting thing is, though, how would they really know that you can't get it up for your wife, even with the Viagra, unless they're testing it out on you in
Well,
person?
because the doctor makes a note saying yeah, you have ED.
right.
Yeah, it's just medical records. That's all.
I mean, how could they really catch somebody on that unless they got a fluffer in the office to see if you can actually not get it up or not?
So there I was, no shit. I was sitting in my office, goofing off on my computer, and my secretary came in and saw me watching porn on my computer. And she said, "You don't have to watch porn in order to do this." And I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Oh, yeah."
Oh my God, I remember this one dude. He was screwing this other girl in another company, and he caught crabs and brought it into our platoon, and we had to disinfect the whole goddamn bay.
Oh, just get some off.
Some crazy times, man. I miss it. I would go back again. I miss it.
In Iraq in 2005, I was okay. Let's see. I had several different flare-ups between January and June, and I got to go home on mid-tour leave at the end of June. Right, so the beginning of July, and I got to see the fireworks. Yay! I love fireworks. Anyway, we went to Napa Valley, my ex-wife and I, in order to just have a good time. And my knee swelled up to the size of like a watermelon. And we went to the Air Force hospital there. I don't remember what the Air Force hospital was. Somewhere in San Francisco. Anyway, I taught the kid how to put an IV in my arm. I was like, "Yeah, you're very young. That's fine. Relax. Stop shaking. Put the IV right there in my vein. Thank you. Okay, we're done." And then it turns out that the MRSA, MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, had been living in my body for 6 months. 6 months while I was
That
in
shit
Iraq.
hurts.
And they finally put me in the hospital, in the Air Force hospital, for 3 days, and they had me isolated. Everybody was coming in with masks and gloves and everything to make sure that I had my blood pressure under control and stuff. It's like, okay, whatever. So 3 days I lived there with vancomycin, and the drip actually atrophied my vein just so they could get rid of the MRSA. And now here it is. I have I have
Martha. So yeah, that's
yeah,
bad.
MRSA sucks, man. And
It
now I
hurt
have
bad.
multiple sclerosis, and it's like I can't even lift my right foot anymore. But I'm still out there and you know working. And so it pisses me off that these little children, they're like, "Oh, you said something bad to me. I have PTSD." You, yeah, okay. Yeah, I said something bad to you. What does bad mean? I disagree with you. That's what bad means to you. I disagree with you. Fuck you,
Well, folks,
children.
I hate to call this stream, but I just noticed the time, and I got to be up at 6 hours to go out to work.
All right, Deej, man, I
I
appreciate
should
it.
get a nap in, but I do thank everybody
There's
who came up and rescued me on this stream. You don't want to watch the first 40 minutes of me just rambling by myself.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I would
Yeah,
have
the
been on
boss,
earlier. I mean, I was
The
supposed to
boss-
be on with Rambling Canuck, but he wasn't feeling good tonight. So
and Jedi Bill canceled out too, so there was really nobody else on, so here I was. I jumped on. But you know, the boss went off on vacation, so I have to take care of everything at the farm for the next 5 days.
of course.
So that means getting up early, going out and doing the work early, come back home, screw around for a while, then going back out in the afternoon to do all the evening chores.
And
Yay
son
me.
of a red shirt, you are absolutely correct. Your timing is impeccable.
I'm if it wasn't for the fact that I had to get up early tomorrow, I would still go for a while. I'm sorry. Anybody got anything to say before we get out of here?
Rich.
I'm all done.
Ebola.
I'm all
I've
done.
been saying so long ago. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Adios. Au revoir. All right. Take care, guys.
Good night,
Good night,
chat.
folks.
Good night, Deej.
Thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll do this again real soon.
I'll get the hell out of here. Go on, you go on, get the hell out of here.